Welcome to the 5-Minute Show with your host, Ben Barber.
Welcome everybody back to the 5-Minute Show, episode 6 already. We have twice as many shows as we do days since the show came into existence. I would love to keep that up. Probably not going to happen, but I would love to try. And I'm excited because for my 6th guest, I have somebody who, and I think that I introduced you this way on the Social Distance Show too. This is both the biggest name that I've ever had on the show and also the closest person to me that I've ever had on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Georgia Dunn. Hey,
Hi.
Georgia.
Hello. Hi, Ben. How are you?
I'm wonderful. It is so lovely to see you and talk to you. Tell people who you are, what you do.
I am Georgia Dunn, and I am the syndicated cartoonist who writes the newspaper comic Breaking Cat News.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And not only that, but you have several books.
Yes,
now,
I do.
Which are amazing. Yeah. Put those books up.
I was gonna say I happen to always. I'm part Carney at heart.
Good,
I think all wrestling fans are. So there's Lupin Leaps In. Take it away, Tommy. Elvis Puffs Out. And our first book, which is set up a little bit differently than those because it was the first of the first, Breaking Cat News. Cats reporting on the news that matters to cats.
That's amazing.
These can be found anywhere books are sold, including Amazon, Barnes & Noble, IndieBound, and most especially through your local bookstore. If you ask them to order it for you, usually they can. Keep that money in local businesses.
So I have bought your books on Amazon. I have bought your books in the local bookstore here in Westerly, and I have bought your books randomly when I was on like a day vacation trip to a random quaint little seaside town in Massachusetts.
Nice.
And I was just in a bookstore looking at random books, and I found I don't remember which one. I don't remember which one it was, but I mean there are so many now. When are you making a your Charlie Brown Christmas special? That's what I want to know. I want to know when the Breaking Cat News Christmas TV network special is coming.
You and me both want to know, and many readers want to know. As you know, I'm so open to it. And my publisher and syndicate know I'm so open to it. When we have talked in the past, if I would ever want to do some kind of animation thing in the future, thinking as the comic grows optimistically, hopefully, that's the thing I have said, where I've said, I don't know that like any kind of series would work or anything like that, but I think a holiday special would be great. And I've got several, like I giant stack of all my holiday specials and ideas, which because I have a lot of the holiday special ideas. I get like 2 or 3 during a holiday, and then I have to jot them down, and then like a year or 2 later, I can actually do them. Like I just did the Groundhog Day special, which I came up with like a year ago, and so yeah, holidays are a big thing. I love holidays.
Are you a fan of Parks and Recreation?
Yes, I am. I love Parks and Recreation.
I feel the way about you that Leslie feels about Anne. Like I just want to make up a ton of flowery adjectives at all time to describe you. You are an amazing human being, and
thank you, Ben.
And an equally talented artist. I can't say a more talented artist than human being because you're so special.
Such a great artist, kind of a jerk.
Yeah, which many are. Many artists, many very talented artists, as we've unfortunately found out.
Yeah, locally. Yeah.
Many talented artists are terrible people. not Georgia.
I've been so lucky. The cartoonists that I've had a chance to meet in real life have all been lovely. I keep waiting to meet like an egomaniac or something, but they're all lovely. They're very, very nice. It's been good. It's been really good.
They say that if you meet a bunch of people and none of them are egomaniacs,
it's you.
I don't know if they really say that. They probably would say that about me, and it's totally fine.
I do start every meet and greet by kicking the doors in wearing a giant red cape. So, wouldn't that be amazing? Just every time you enter a room, you do it by like kicking the door. I'm here. Yeah.
Georgia, we are already at 5 minutes. Will you be my first guest ever? Not right now, but will you be my first guest ever on the 5-hour show?
I could. I felt bad because I'm so excited for this premise of 5-minute conversations, and I immediately was like, "Oh no, I'm going to go over."
Yeah, no, and honestly, everyone has gone over.
That's so good.
And I've told a couple people this now. Wait for it, because the first person that doesn't make it to 5 minutes, everybody, you're going to be like, Ben hated that person, which is so weird because he doesn't. He finds everybody pretty great. But man, that person didn't make it to 5 minutes. That's sad,
Yeah.
So that's awesome. I don't care how long you and I talk, but and I would love to have you on. So I also started last week, and I've only done one of these so far, but I want to do a lot more of them. Not multiple times in a day, but I want to do more of a new show that I started called Chapter 2.
I love that. Yes.
So
yes, we had talked a bit about that, and I'd love to do that.
Yeah, so that one's more of a monologue-based show or a long conversation, like a traditional podcast. And you were obviously, no matter what I do, I would love to have you be a part of it at all times.
I'm always there.
So end with before we get to a pitch, and you can show people your books and show your stuff one more time. What have you been up to? You, Ryan, your beautiful family. What are you guys, or you and the man and all the cats? What have you guys been up to recently? During COVID?
Mean, like so many people, we've been working from home. The kids have been schooling from home. The kids are actually going to experience a hybrid model in the coming weeks, which is kind of wild. And we have a lot of mixed feelings of like, that's been tough. The kids have not been in school in person since March 12th. So it's been a long, weird, wild year. And I trust their school very much. Their school has a solid plan. I believe that they're being very safe, but it always feels weird. And I think I think everything's going to feel weird for a long time.
Me too.
So I've accepted that. But thank God, we've had good health, and we've been safe and inside and kind of working on different things. I've been trying to get sketches together to work on a kid's book finally still, and I have some sketches. It's the little cozy guy I share sometimes. So I'm trying to get enough sketches for a pitch. That's like my big thing I'm trying to do. And just working on Breaking Cat News, and I'm going to get back to Swan Eaters too. I took a break after I had a little bit of a health sickness, and now I'm feeling much better. But it's juggling. And when I got sick, all the balls hit the floor, and I have to scramble to pick up the Breaking Cat News ones as soon as possible.
Yes. Yeah. The day job.
And then I throw in Swan Eaters and other stuff too.
Well, I'm glad that you're feeling better, and I can't wait for I know you have to put together a pitch. I know that the pitch is going to be accepted, and that, everything's going to go well for that, because you are incredibly talented. Please get Ryan on the show for me.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, right now, I was going to be like, get Ryan on this.
Yes.
Maybe ask Ryan for second chances too, because I'm sure he'd be down, but he'd definitely be down for this, like, for sure.
Yeah, and please tell Ryan I thought that the Bowser's Fury thing was going to give me so much clout with the 5-year-old upstairs, and he didn't seem to care that much. I mean, this kid lives and breathes Mario. I don't know if you can see There's a Mario stuffed animal behind me, a giant one that he just leaves in my room now. But
Dude, you should see our upstairs.
I'm sure.
It's intense.
This has now become the 10-minute show. I
I
don't
know.
care.
We
I
always
don't
knew
care.
it was going to be with me.
It was always going to be.
Daddy.
That's why I blocked out 2 hours for a 5-minute show for you. Ryan said I could find the time.
Hey. Yeah, he'd be so interesting on this too. It'd be really fun.
I just want to say that, Ryan, I once talked to you for like an hour on your way home from the gathering of the Juggalos, so you can find 5 minutes from me, buddy. And Kevin Broccoli says, yes, watch Kevin. If you're watching this tonight on the day that this is February 11th, watch Kevin Broccoli on, is it ABC?
ABC, The Hustler. Because I showed Ryan the commercial last night, and I know it's ABC.
Yes, so watch him on the new Craig Ferguson show, The Hustler.
So exciting.
That's amazing. You know, Kevin, if it goes well, if he ever brings back the talk show, maybe you could be the voice of the skeleton. So that would be great, right? Kevin would nail that.
He'd be good.
He'd be great. All right, Georgia, where can people find everything Breaking Cat News and everything Georgia Dunn?
So Breaking Cat News, you can find the books, any bookstore and libraries. If you've got kiddos distance learning, we are on Epic Learning, where they have all the free books for kids to read.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Lupin Leaps In and Take It Away Tommy are in there. And I found that out when my kids started screaming because they were like, Mommy, your book.
That's incredible.
And you can find us in a lot of different newspapers, including the Connecticut Day, the Westerly Sun, the Seattle Times, the Atlanta Journal, the Houston Chronicle, all over the country. And at gocomics.com, that is my syndicate's sort of like web hosting place for Calvin and Hobbes and Garfield and Phoebe and Her Unicorn, Wallace the Brave, whole bunch of great comics, Heart of the City, and Breaking Cat News. And so that's a great place to read comics too. I love newspapers. I support newspapers. I read my comics in the morning on Go Comics because that's easiest for me with my coffee and watching my kids go wild and try to build portals through the television. So
yes, I heard about that. That's outstanding.
Yes.
Braden last week read a book to his class out loud for the first time. Like he has a book that he loves, and
that's awesome.
I can't wait to tell Allie that your books are on Epic because that's incredible.
It was also to me, like I didn't know, and I'm so happy. I'm so grateful for that opportunity and so happy. It's amazing.
That's really awesome. And shout out to Epic in general for what they're doing for kids right now going through distance learning. That's insanely helpful.
All of those apps had to jump in and teachers picked up the brunt of it, but then teachers and those apps have like saved an entire generation of kids for like a year, and it's wild. It's really incredible.
It is. It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, if you have kids in the house, like you see it, it's just
yeah, absolutely. Like everyone knows what Dreambox is now, and it's It's cool. It's cool that there were things that were just ready to pick up and go when they needed to happen. And as terrible and as awful as this past year, and this pandemic has been for so many people, you know, myself included, we are all so lucky that, and we are all so fortunate that it happened now when we can communicate with each other, where we can figure out ways to learn.
That's all I can think about. My great grandmother was 20 in 1918. And I wish so much that I could talk to her and ask her, like, how did you do this? How did you do it then? You know, what happened? Can you imagine, like, you'd be waiting like so long to just hear from family members from like letters and stuff. Like how? I can't imagine.
Yeah. I have a friend who has a journal of excuse me, of someone in Westerly from 1918 and 1919, and awesome. and reading through some of those passages and stuff, like the similarities and the, you know, and then they all got the flu eventually too, and she was pregnant, and it's it would make a good movie at this point. But
Incredible. I love old diaries and journals.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. This has officially become the 15-minute show at the moment. So we have twice as many shows as we do days, because this is episode 6, and we gave you 3 times as much show as we should have. Georgia, thank you. Please come back on when you have your children's book to sell and your Christmas special.
Hopefully someday.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's going to happen.
It'd be super cool.
It's going to happen. Georgia, thank you. Please send my love to Ryan. And
I will.
I don't think the kids remember who I am, but tell them I said hi. All right. All right. Thank you, Georgia.
All right. Bye, Ben.
Bye. That's it. That's the 15-minute show, 16-minute show almost. Thank you guys. And yeah, check out Georgia Dunn wherever you read comics. And if you don't read comics, still check her out because she's amazing. Thanks.
Looking for more than 5 minutes? Click the contact links in the description of this episode.